Thank you for joining us here on THV 11 Plus for Arkansas News Now. I'm Ashley King with meteorologist Simone Thomas. I know a lot of people are asking what's going on with this winter weather. Did they hear the S word? Is that really in the forecast this week?
Well, listen, we got what? 2 S words, 3 S words, snow, sleet. Well, I guess that's 2, but there's possibility for something frozen, something cold. We don't want to put a name on it just yet. We are seeing the trends of that. We'll talk more about the weekend coming up, but let's talk a little bit more about today because it's very cold out there on this Monday. We are seeing some high level clouds. Most of the clouds stand across the northern half of the state this afternoon. That's where we're seeing the very cold temperatures. We can take a look at our visible satellite. Thank you. We actually had a cold front move throughout the morning, so we're seeing that colder air work in, but the clouds really hanging out to our north. That's keeping a lot of places below freezing this afternoon. 24 in Harrison, 32 in Clinton and in Batesville. You see though, as you get to where more of the sunshine is, things warm up. Middle 40s in the capital city, 47 in Hot Springs, Camden already up to 55. Now through the day, likely this is the warmest that we're going to get, but we do have, of course, that chance of some wintry precipitation on the way. The latest details on that are coming up in your 7-day outlook.
Thank you, Simone. Well, airlines have a habit of piling on the charges when you fly these days, but there's a new charge set to land from the government if you don't have the right ID. The TSA is setting up an additional way to get through security if you don't have a real ID. And THV 11's Catherine Rowling learns more about the changes and charges you may face.
Before you head out for a romantic Valentine's Day weekend or spring break, you need to know about this new fee that you could face if you don't have a real ID at TSA checkpoints.
Well, the fee was needed. Basically, we started reinforcing Real ID on May 7th, and this is kind of the next step. And a $45 fee now puts the financial burden on the traveler instead of all the taxpayers, basically. And the $45 covers the cost of the service.
The star on your license can get you into federal buildings, military bases, and airports. No star means you'll now pay an additional fee to verify your ID.
It is good for 10 days. So if you travel, you can travel as many times as you want within those 10 days, and that fee will cover that. Once those 10 days are over, then you'll have to reapply.
Cash will not be accepted once the fee takes place. You'll find it on TSA's website.
But the process is pretty simple. You go to tsa.gov. And you can go to our Confirm ID page, and you'll look, and it'll give you directions, and there'll be a button that says Pay Now, and it'll lead you to pay.gov.
Arkansas has 1.2 million real IDs. 1.7 million residents still don't have one. The state does not require a real ID, but you must show an acceptable form of identification.
You can use your passport, but what we would say, our argument would be, if you don't have it, you're going to pay $45. If you don't have your real ID or a passport, you're going to pay $45 to board a flight.
Scott Harden with the Department of Revenue says going online and booking a 15 to 20 minute appointment at the DMV saves time and money down the road.
Cheaper, more effective. You never know. I mean, tomorrow you could call into the local radio station and win a trip to Hawaii and need to board a flight in the next couple of days. So why not go ahead and get it?
So if you don't have that real ID and you are planning on traveling after February 1st and you don't want to pay the $45 fine, you can go into any Arkansas Department of Revenue offices to get that real ID for $40. You can also make an appointment on their website. At the Clinton National Airport, Catherine Rowley, THV 11 News.
Thank you, Catherine. Well, a Saline County jury has found 39-year-old Brian Reed guilty of a double murder, and he is looking at 3 life sentences in prison for the deaths of David and Brittany Taylor in their East End home in May of 2024. Reed's estranged wife and kids had been living with them at the time. One of the Taylor's teenage kids called 911, and that led to a conviction for committing the crime in front of a child. That added another 20 years to the sentence. In continuing coverage, Democrats and others are leading the criticism against the University of Arkansas Law School after it rescinded an offer to make Professor Emily Susky the new dean. She had previously signed on to a legal brief supporting transgender athletes' rights, and that prompted some of the state's highest-ranking Republicans to push the school to reconsider. One of them is State Senate leader Bart Hester. He said in part he is thankful U of A leaders made the decision, adding that, quote, understanding there is a difference between a man and a woman is a low bar and basic expectation Emily Susky could not meet. On the other side, the president of the Arkansas Bar Association criticized the move. Jamie Jones-Walsworth called taking positions on controversial matters is a part of, quote, zealous advocacy, and that no lawyer should face professional consequences for fulfilling their duty. A few weeks ago, THV 11 told you about Arkansas Act 628, a new law requiring insurance companies statewide to cover weight loss surgery for people who needed it. But as THV 11 Carter Thweet found out, there are mixed reviews on how well it's actually working.
I can cross my legs. I have less asthma, less joint pain. I can carry my granddaughters up the stairs.
For Christine Wan of El Dorado, bariatric surgery was a life changer. She got it at the Arkansas Heart Hospital in Bryant with Dr. Samuel Bledsoe.
We turn their lives around by giving them their health back, giving them a healthy weight back, and getting them off some of those medications and having them be more involved in their life.
Bledsoe says these surgeries are important for quality of life, life expectancy, and more. It's why he talked to lawmakers to help pass Act 628, requiring insurance plans to cover the surgery if you have a BMI of 40 or more.
We're already seeing an influx of people who are asking for checking of benefits. Here, what does this look like for me? Am I covered completely by it?
But for some, they may not like the answers. Kyla Brakebill of North Little Rock meets the law's qualifications, but got some bad news from roller weight loss in Fayetteville.
She said, you know, this involves you also, and unfortunately they're adding a $25,000 deductible. They say that it's non-essential.
Roller, along with Saline Memorial Hospital and a bariatric surgeon at Baptist Health, all confirmed they've seen similar situations lately. They say it's happening to people who use the AR Home program, which uses Medicaid dollars to get either Blue Cross Blue Shield or Ambetter insurance for you. Both Brakebill and Robert Davidson of Ward use Blue Cross Blue Shield.
They make you think they're going to help you, to be able to get this, and in the end, that's not the story.
Arkansas Blue Cross couldn't provide an on-camera interview, but told me over the phone their hands were tied because the federal government considers this surgery non-essential and won't pay for it, and the state couldn't take on this heavy cost. So to comply with this new law, they had to use the deductible system that patients like Brakebill and Ward say prices them out.
I cannot afford that at all.
I'm just heartbroken, absolutely heartbroken.
For THV 11 News, I'm Carter Thweet.
Both patients showed us paperwork that listed the surgery as costing roughly $19,000 out of pocket, meaning it would be cheaper to pay for it themselves than use insurance and pay that deductible. Blue Cross Blue Shield also provided us with a statement that further explains its reasoning, and you can find that right now on THV11.com. And still to come on Arkansas News Now, a local business partners with the Make-A-Wish Foundation to grant a deserving little boy his dream trip.
So the next problem says,
these 25 fourth graders are learning the basics, writing, reading, arithmetic, and today, something else important, remembrance.
Dr. Martin Luther King had a dream that children of all color could play together, learn together, and live together in harmony.
Based on Dr. King's speeches, students sharing their own words, their version of Dr. King's enduring legacy.
Today, we can honor his dream by treating everyone we meet with respect.
good morning, everyone.
Janessa Jones is their teacher.
It's really hard for them to relate to things that have happened in the past. So this was my way of bringing it all together.
We can follow his examples by showing kindness to other people we meet.
Principal Christopher Jackson tying together past and present and the lessons of both.
Dr. King's legacy continues to live on, a legacy of love, peace, and justice. And given the world today, it's really important for our students to embody those principles because it makes us better tomorrow.
Dr. King had a dream so bright that all people would share equal rights.
They learned that the work doesn't stop. in the past. Everything is never done. They need to continue to work and be kind, and we can continue to fight for equality and justice.
And now his dream belongs to me. Together we can make it be.
Hello again, and thanks for sticking with us. We got this updated map of our winter weather risk for this weekend, courtesy of meteorologist Nathan Scott behind the scenes working hard. We've been getting more of that updated information. I told you at the end of the 12 o'clock half hour that we're going to be on top of this. So right now, we were looking at more of a low to medium risk of this winter weather scenario. We're cranking it up to medium to high. Now that is, again, due to some of the confidence with the agreement between those two models. We'll talk a little bit more in depth about the weekend. I wanted to bring that to the top because I know that's what's on everybody's mind, but we're going to go through the week chronologically. Likely as warm as we are today, as warm as we're going to be. We had a cold front sweep through earlier today. Temperatures on the decline. We'll likely see some additional clouds pulling in as we get closer to sunset. More sunshine in the forecast for your Tuesday thanks to some high pressure moving in that helps us bump up to the upper 40s as well. That high pressure though shifting east by the middle part of your week. So we'll have the opportunity for some rain showers, likely scattered in coverage on Wednesday. Walking through your Wednesday, this is right after midnight. It's likely getting into your Wednesday morning rush hour as you're getting ready for work and school. Could see some rain showers, at least for areas north and west of the capital city. More of that moving through central Arkansas through the afternoon, and by Wednesday evening, we're expecting that to be pushing south and east out of the state. A few stray showers possible to our southeast throughout the day on Thursday, but Thursday looking a little bit drier. It's when we get to the weekend though that things are changing. Friday into Saturday right now is really when we're expecting this possible wintry weather to move into the state. Our two long range models still agree that at least something is coming, but you see they disagree where the line of snow to ice changes and kind of the intensity in which it's falling. That's what we need to get more clarity on over the next couple of days. But at least right now, with the information we've got coming out from this morning, this is what things are looking like. We start your day out on Friday, likely some rain and then some of that wintry weather off to our west over in Oklahoma. That's starting to move into the state into the afternoon and evening. Likely on Friday, we're still going to get above freezing. That's why they're pushing more of an ice situation for central and southern Arkansas with the snow staying north. But overnight Friday into Saturday, as temperatures dip below freezing, some of that could likely transition to more of a snow event. But again, we still need the next couple of days to fully determine where that line is going to change from snow to ice, and then if that ice is sleet or freezing rain. But likely throughout your day on Saturday, you're waking up with me and Tamer Saturday morning to something falling, and that'll keep falling through the afternoon and into the evening. It's expected that that's pushing out of here by Sunday, but Sunday still looking to be a cold one. So as we talked about in the last half hour, we're now getting into that range, or I would say we're more so 5 to 6 days. So right in between these two categories where the chance is increasing, we're starting to get a little bit more detail about possible timing and intensity, but the exact type of winter weather we're going to see and totals, we won't get more clarity on that till at least Wednesday into Thursday. That's the best bet for that. But we're on top of it. As you see, with each update, we're going to tell you what we know, and this is what we know so far, that we start the week off already chilly in the 40s. It could see at least some more sunshine tomorrow. Wednesday is when we're going to see those rain showers. Thursday, maybe a few showers to our south, but most of us staying a little dry. Friday is when we're expecting some type of precipitation to move through. Exactly what type of precipitation is still what we're trying to determine, but likely some transition to wintry weather overnight into your Saturday, likely staying below freezing Saturday, and could be right around that freezing mark for your Sunday.
Thank you, Simone. A little boy in Northwest Arkansas is getting his biggest wish granted thanks to a partnership with a local aviation company and the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Bo Russell shows us the impact on the family and the community.
After 40 years of granting wishes in Arkansas, another wish is taking flight. For Leo and his family, this flight means more than just a trip. It's a break from hospital visits, treatments, and tough days.
A lot of kids go through their treatments and they don't get a choice whether or not they have to show up or to get hooked up to a machine.
But Kate Richardson with Make-A-Wish in Northwest Arkansas says days like today help give children back the power of choice.
It is seeing children get their autonomy back, getting to choose exactly what they want to do when they want to do.
She says that when granting a wish, one of the biggest challenges is how to get there.
One of the most expensive parts of a travel wish is the actual travel.
That's why she says she's grateful that Buffalo River Aviation is stepping up to help make dreams come true.
So we're here to give the gift of travel to an amazing young man.
Buffalo River Aviation is turning a long, complicated trip into a simple 3-hour flight.
So they're headed to Disney World, and so we're taking them into Orlando. They'll be there for the week, and then we'll bring them home this next weekend as well.
For Make-A-Wish, partnerships like this are essential, especially as more kids are waiting their turn.
Nearly 70% of our kids choose travel as their wish, and so without partnerships like this, we just wouldn't be able to impact so many kids.
But Kate says days like today make all the challenges worth it.
And so seeing their face when they realize this is really all about me, I get to choose this again, is my favorite part.
Another wish granted with a little help from some local friends. I'm Bo Russell,
I'm Marisa Vedra, and in today's Mental Health Minute, we're talking about vision boarding. It's a new year, new month, and we're looking ahead, and it's a great time to get some inspiration on paper. We're talking about that today with Amy Johnston. She is the Clinical Director of Urban Wellness. Amy, we're just a few weeks into the new year, so doing something like this, it really is about possibility and what could be.
Absolutely. Vision boarding is a lot of fun in terms of curiosity and setting intentions. Right, so when we're doing a vision board, it's not about holding yourself to rigid goals or expectations. Right. It's really about thinking, like, what do you want your year to feel like, right? What is the vision you have for, how you move through your day, your weeks, your months?
And is it setting intentions or plotting out some ideas? How does it benefit us emotionally?
So vision boarding is great because it can be any of the above, right? You can really tailor it to what you need. So for some people, they like to use their vision board as a guide. So, these are the things that I'm trying to accomplish, or these are the experiences that I'm hoping to have. And so you can use it as a map to get you to where you want to be. But sometimes people like to do vision boarding where they just start going through their magazines or their vision boarding books and just picking the images that speak to them. And once you start putting them out on the page, it creates something that you didn't even know that you were going for.
Just sort of pours out of you.
Yep, and all of a sudden you have this page of images that gives you a feeling or gives you something to make you kind of think about what's coming next.
And it's great to do at the beginning of the year, but really we can do this at any time.
Yeah, I really like to do vision boarding as sort of a seasonal experience. So you can do your winter vision board, your spring vision board, your summer vision board. It takes the pressure off a little bit.
For sure.
Yeah, if you're thinking how do I plan for my whole year? That can feel like a lot. But if you're let's just think about the next 12 weeks and what do we want life to be like right now?
So whether you're doing it by yourself or you have a group together, get cutting or even copying and pasting on something like Pinterest. Digital is fine too. You don't have to be an artist. You're just giving yourself a little bit of inspiration on all the excitement for the year to come. The next time you take a minute for your mental health.
That's good stuff. I love that. We just did these on the Vine, a little vision board. It's always fun to put those together. I have a little yoga, a little sunshine and warm beach action going on, which we are so far from that right now with this weather.
I actually made one this year too that I have at home. I actually make vision boards every year. That is something I do not let go of.
I love to make them. They're just fun.
And I like to hang them up somewhere that you can see when you first thing you wake up, last thing before you go to sleep. But like you mentioned, just a true taste of winter this week. We could talk about vision boards all day, but I'm sure what y'all want to know is the winter weather. So our team will have another check-in on THV 11 Plus at 2:30. Chief Meteorologist Tom Brandon will have some of the latest. And if you can't join us there, make sure you join us back here at either 4 or 5.
Yeah, well, it's going to be another cold day tomorrow, so just keep that in mind and keep it here on THV 11 Plus. A lot of great content still to come.